Hey everybody, welcome to Mike's Conversion Corner. Fabulous intro, yay. Okay. Hi everyone, it's been quite a while. Figured I'd put something together tonight because basically I'm just bored out of my damn mind. So I wanted to start a little segment called Conversion Corner, hopefully, and I'll keep coming up with some new ideas if I can find the time. But I wanted to start off with a Dark Apostle. And the idea is, and I've seen it online, I wanted to do a quick conversion of the, I guess this is the Aspiring Champion chosen from the Dark Vengeance kit. He hasn't been glued together yet, so he's still in pieces, but I just want to go over what I'm going to do quickly to make him look like closer to the Dark Apostle from the original new release that just came out, which would mean new. Alright, so the first thing what I did, and it's the simplest thing but it's completely optional, is the weapon swap. You can see here's the original Maul head, which is perfectly fine. I mean, it definitely looks like a cool weapon, but if I was going for something closer to the new release, what I did was swap out the icon, whatever it's called, from the Chaos Space Marines kit for the backpack, and it makes an awesome weapon head. Quick little pinning piece here, and a cut, and some glue, and that weapon swap is done. So that was the first thing. The second thing I wanted to emulate was the backpack, and here's what I did. This is actually pieces of the, if I'm wrong, let me know, one of the Marks of Chaos from the Space Marine kit. I think it's the Slaneshi one, don't quite recall, but basically just cut it down the middle, trimmed off these two pieces, and then I glued it to the pack. And I mean, that looks pretty good so far. That's probably 80% of it right there. And the last thing, or one of the last things, is a little green stuff work with making the ribbons. So this is going to be the trickier part, and hopefully I can do this quickly. But I'll press out a few. What do they call those again? I don't even know what I'm talking about half the time anymore. Fingers are sticky. Oh, the seals, whatever they're, I don't know what they're called on a Dark Apostle. So whatever they equate to is purity seals on the Marines. So I flattened out some green stuff here, and I know they're really long, and actually kind of freakishly long on the original model. So maybe I want to make this a little longer. Let me adjust. Oh, is that too bright? No, that was good. No, that doesn't work. Back to that. Alright, so I'm going to cut some green stuff here to make the long seals that the Dark Apostle has on them. I want to do 4. And then I'm going to make little seals for the actual, try to emulate the cross, the little stars that the original has. So what I want to do is fray the edges. Give it some ruffles. Using my GW sculpting tool here. Probably going a little overboard, but I'm trying to do this quickly. Not for any particular reason, just because. Too much light. I'm probably not going to use this at this length, but so I just pressed some texture into that. Why is the zoom not working? Anyway, you can see what I'm going for here. The parchment look. I'm going to use a clay shaper just to smooth out some of those frills. Move this guy out of the way here. Okay, so let's see. So that's the first one. I got yellow in my nail. So I'm going to use the same technique that I always use to place green stuff. Let me cut that off right there. I'm going for a freeform placement, probably right about there. So I'm going to put a little dot of glue. Super glue right there. As you can see. Or not. Right there. Now sometimes this stuff is a little tough to pick up. So, tweezers. Alright, so you see the length here. I'm trying to gauge how long I want it to be. So I'm going to go right maybe there. Alright, so obviously that's long. I'm going to cut it. And then I'm going to form it to the body. I think what I want to do is actually glue it down to the body. So, you can see there, I'm going to try to get some glue. Don't roll away there. While it's still flexible. I'm going to put some glue right along here. I'm going to let it drape down. There. Alright, so it covers up some of the gun, as you can see. But there's the ribbon. Who doesn't want to wear the ribbon? Seinfeld reference. Okay, so here we have it. This is now I'm going to try to do it while this is still soft, but it's probably better that you wait for that to set until you do the symbol, the star. So there's actually a nice little short piece that I cut off the top. I'm going to use that right here, right under that skull. Waste not, want not. And why do I use the super glue to do this? Because it sets almost instantly with the green stuff. So not a lot of fidgeting, not a lot of fussing around with it. There, so there's two pieces right there of the, oh, why can't I remember what the hell they're called? The seals. So I'm going to do another one. For the other side. I pretty much know the length by now. I'm going to go with the round clay shaper. No, I'm going to stick with what I'm doing, what I did before. So here's the sculpting part. Just creating creases to give it that parchment look. And I'm gonna put little cuts on the edges, giving them some varying positions. You can use different tools, whatever works. Well, the good part about this is after it sets, you can go back with a sharp X-Acto knife and clean up the edges. It's probably easier to do that. Oh, so how's everybody been? I've been exhausted. Our company moved offices, and that was a big part of that, so I have been getting a lot of sleep lately, but not getting a lot done as far as the hobby. You can tell from my voice. But I'm also trying to keep it down. The wife's asleep. So you see, all I'm doing really is just pressing in with the edge. And then cut the bottom part off there. Trying to create a little semblance of randomness. Let's see. So this piece did not need to be that long because it's going to go under his armpit in here. but I want it to drape this way. Oops, out of the camera shot. I'm going to put it up here, and then I'm going to have it drape down along the leg here, because I want some of the excess for that skull on the belt. So I'm going to do this all the way. Let's see. Cut it right about here. That should do the trick. Yeah, a little too much glue. Be careful with your glue placement. I'm a slob tonight, so. You know what? I do not like using the tool for that. Ah! Here we go. Alright, so that didn't quite turn out the way I wanted it to, but we're going to adjust. So there's the skull that I want to keep it in view. Tucking this up under the helmet of the champion. And I don't want it really up like that, because wait, let's test it against with the cloak in place. Oh, okay, that works. It's a little contradictory to the direction of the breeze, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap it around like that. Put a little bit of glue behind this to tack it down. Now, I'm not going to go crazy with this, but I should, because if you look at the original model, it has a ton of these ribbons all over it. So I'm going to cut the small piece here and use it for this counterpart here. Now, I figured this is the best guy for that because his face is exposed. He kind of looks like the Dark Apostle that was released. And you get 6 chosen in the box. Oh, I kind of made that too long, but that's okay. So, I mean, if you sacrifice 1, you still have a 5-man team. Squad. I know I'm rambling. Just bear with me. Alright, so far, that's looking pretty damn good. So we got ribbons with no little, well, we only really need 1, probably here. Because this one's really kind of hidden. So let's see what we can do with our little tools here. I want to put 2 more ribbons on its back, his back, coming across his cloak. So remove the cape. Come on, fellas. Let's see what's a better tool. Remember to keep your tools wet with your chosen lubricant, and of course the heat turned on. Hot water pump. So listen to the roar of the engine while I do this. Now you could spend a lot more time doing this. The details into the ribbon, the seal. I'm just roughing it in. So fraying the edges, like I said, pressing in some details. Once it's painted up with bleach bone or whatever your choice of bone paint is, oops. Alright, so I'm putting some glue here. I want to kind of make it run down like that. I'm going crazy with the glue. I got to be more careful in the future. Kind of looks like a snake. I think using an X-Acto knife might have been a better choice tool to do that part. Well, let's see what I can do here. Tweezers up. Oh, that's what happened before. The tweezers pinched it. Alright, that worked. With a gentle touch. Ooh, I like that. Oh my god, the heat's on. So it's going to be loud down here. So listen up, everybody. It's probably, I mean, most people are going to do that, just waiting for their previous work to dry using green stuff first. It's advised. I'm just not doing it here, so I'm pretty confident with what I'm doing. So that's a little too long, so I'm going to cut that off. That scared the hell out of me. Alright, so that stayed intact. I don't want to cover too much detail on this guy because he's got a lot of great details in his body armor. So I'm only going to stick with these 1, 2, 3, 4. In the front, and I'll do one more in the back. Then I have to figure out a good way to make a symbol. I was initially going to do a press mold, but I didn't have the time. So, focus is key. I think I over lubricated my plexiglass. There we go. Just pressing in some details. Cleaning the edges up a little bit on this guy here. and this is going to be the last piece. I'm just going to do a simple seal. There's my bead of glue. If I can get this up with this tool, it'd be great. Doesn't look like it's going to happen. Ah. Alright, well that was pretty clumsy. Should I leave that piece hanging like that? Maybe. Let me see how it looks. If I can get this back on here. One piece. Ah, I kind of like that. Not bad. I'm going to leave it extended out like that. Alright, so the trick I'm going to... You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm not going to make a little symbol right there. I have something pre-planned. A skull. So that is a press molded skull from a Chaos banner. And put a little drop of glue right there, right at the top. And it's going to be a little big, but I think it'll work. Hey, look at that little fella. Kind of weird. I probably should have cut it down a little. Well, for the next time I'm going to slice it. Give it a lower profile so it doesn't bulge out so much, but that looks alright. Now, you can see I actually have another one here. That comes from... Don't have it with me. It's okay. I think the Chaos Warriors or the Chaos Marauders Bannerman skull. A simple press mold. You make a bunch of these, put them away. You can detail to your heart's delight. Let's see, I wanted to do one more thing. The mall looks a little naked. So I'm going to let that set by itself over there. I'm going to put a coil for the power cable for the weapon. And I'm thinking of doing it like this. That's a little too big. maybe like that. So I got a little end cap there. I'm going to drill me a little pilot hole in the armpit right here. Ouch. Man, these spikes are sharp. God, the plastic spikes hurt. Alright. That's more than enough. I kind of messed up the weapon a little bit. Alright, so that didn't take that well, but it's taking its time to set. So we break out the little zip kicker to help it. Did that get the trick done? I think so. So what do you think? Should I run the coil around the weapon like this? I don't think so. Well, I don't want to compromise the weapon too much, so what I'm going to do is clip off some of the wire. Now, if you're wondering where I got the wire from, it's handmade. I have another video on my channel somewhere on how to make this wire, these power cables. But use whatever works for you. Guitar string, clay. Alright, so what I did was I stripped off a little bit there. A little too much. Now see if I can get it into the side of the weapon without drilling a hole in my finger. Okay, that's not bad. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to clip off a little bit of this and then clean it up with some green stuff. Again, clumsy. What is wrong with that? Ah. That's what's wrong. And, like I said before, let your stuff dry before you start messing with it. Doing something else because you mess up the details. Whoa. Alright. Well, I can live with that. Easily. You can see there. That's easily patched up with a little bead of putty. A little bead of putty. It's shocking how much a little bit of green stuff covers. Oh, that's not terrible, but it can be a lot better. I think that's the end of the conversion. So let's put this lovely monkey back together. Oh, look at you. Backpack is fickle, man. Okay, there we have it. So this is a one easily converted dark apostle. He's got his fancy ornamentation in the back here. He's got his seals of demonicness, whatever. So the only thing he's really missing is some kind of librum or book or librum, same thing. There you have it, guys. Everyone, my first conversion corner video showing how I converted the aspiring champion from Dark Vengeance to a lovely count as Dark Apostle. Give you a better view. Weapon. Again, this is pieces from a Mark of Chaos from the Chaos Marine bit box. You could use any one. I think this is the Slanesh one. I just cut it in half, glued it onto the backpack. The ribbons, seals made from green stuff. Easy, flatten them out, put some details in. Here's another icon from the Chaos Marine bit set. That's it. I hope this helps some of you guys out with doing a little quick conversion, and have a good night.